Top story in the New York Times today, media companies increasingly are becoming conference companies. So in 2011, the New York Times held one conference. 2013, they're slated to hold 16 conferences. Across the board, whether it is the New York Times, the New Yorker, Business Insider, more and more so-called media companies really aren't media companies at all. They are conference companies. Two main reasons. Number one, advertising revenue continues to plummet. What a New York Times used to be able to get for a full-page ad, those advertisers can now just buy teeny tiny ads, buy it digitally, buy it showing up just to the customers they want to reach. And it's much less expensive for advertisers, but a lot less revenue for media companies. Media companies have to get the revenue somewhere, so they're increasingly holding conferences where the very same people they interview for stories are now there either speaking on stage, appearing on panels, or being a part of question and answer session. Now, some media purists question the ethics of that. To me, the more interesting issue is simply how in a digital world where information is increasingly plentiful and free, or near free compared to the old model, people want to hear people speaking. And that's why as much as you hear about, oh, everything's digital, high-tech these days, everything's about high-tech skills, no, my friends, the people who are most successful are often great public speakers. The people who make the most money are public speakers. And you look at the people like the Tom Friedmans of the world, major columnists at important newspapers, they actually make most of their money giving speeches, not writing columns. They make their money appearing at conferences. And a part of this just goes back to this age-old adage put forth by John Nesbitt in Megatrends in 1980, which is the more high-tech the world becomes, the more high-touch. The more people are used to reading somebody on their tablet, the more they actually want to see that individual in person. Ask that person questions. Shake that person's hand. So let that be a lesson to you content creators. No matter how great you are at creating content, the vast majority of incredibly well-known content creators make most of their money by actually speaking in front of people. And increasingly, we're going to see news organizations doing exactly the same thing.